Hello, welcome to Michelle Sews Again. I'm Michelle. Today I'm going to share with you the April sewing challenges that are being hosted over on Instagram. And if you're interested to hear what those are all about, then please stay tuned. Okay, so you might want to grab a little something to drink or a snack or something because there are a lot of challenges in the month of April. So I use the Instagram account Sew Over 50. I will link it in the description box below to round up the challenges, and then I do a little bit more research. They don't always have all of them, but they capture the majority of them. So if you don't want to watch my whole video, then go check out their Instagram page. They have at the top of, before the grid of posts, you'll see little round circles, and they have a recap of the challenges every single month. So you can just click on that highlight, and it will scroll through all of the challenges, and it'll take you, like if you click on the page, it'll take you to the original post that gives you all the details that you need to know. So that's a good starting place if you don't want to watch my whole video. And that Sew Over 50 account is such a fabulous resource for everything sewing. You do not have to be over 50 years old to follow that account. They are a great resource for every sewist, regardless of age. So I encourage you to go and follow them. All right, so the first challenge that I'm going to mention, and these are in no particular order, and at the end I'll tell you which ones I'm thinking about participating in. All right, so the first one is the Sew April Blouse 23 challenge. I believe this is the third year in a row. This is hosted by Gabrielle from Cloth Edit. The past 2 years, her co-host was Kristen from the Dahlia Society. Kristen is very booked up with her business now, and so Ruanne from the Yorkshire Sew Girl is going to be the co-host this year. So this is a really fun challenge. She's been doing it for the last 2 years. This will be the third year, and the goal is really just to sew a blouse. The goal is to sew it. It's new for April, so they don't want you posting something that you've made in the past. And their definition of a blouse is more about the fabrication than it is the style. So you can have a button-up blouse in their definition of blouse. So anyway, go and check out. I will link to both Gabrielle and Ruanne's YouTube accounts in the description box, as well as their Instagram accounts. And this is a contest or a challenge that's open worldwide. They are going to have prizes, and some pretty impressive ones. The only restriction is that the fabrication must be in a woven, not a knit, and it should be a flowy woven, not something that's structured or stiff. That's more of a shirt by their definition, which I would agree with. You can use any pattern that you want, indie, big four, you can self-draft. Like I said, they want the posts to be new in April. It runs from April 1st to April 30th, and that April 30th deadline is wherever you are in the world. So they're accounting for time differences. So yeah, go and check that one out. They've got some great prizes. The second challenge that I want to share with you, this one I thought was interesting. It's probably not something that I would participate in, but if you really like historical garments and costumes, there is a challenge called Spring Costume Challenge. It's hosted by Sew Historically Costumes. It runs from April 1st to April 30th. There are daily prompts, so you can participate every day. You can participate once or twice. It looked like the definition for historical costumes was pre-1930s. There are no prizes. This one is just for fun, but go and check out the Instagram page if you are interested in historical costumes. The next challenge is All Dress April 2023. This one is hosted by Mrs. So-and-so. There are daily prompts, so there's a different topic every day. You can, again, participate once. You can participate every day, however you want to do it. There, again, no prizes. This one is just for fun. So if you're like me and you participate in challenges because they're fun and not for the prizes, then this could be a good one for you. All right, so the 5th challenge that I want to share with you is from Punk Frockers. That is an Instagram account. They also have a podcast, which is really interesting. It's run by Jenny and Beverly, and they have a challenge every month. There's a new theme every month. This month's theme is PF Stretch Yourself, and I believe that the goal is just for you to stretch your sewing abilities, maybe stretch yourself outside of your comfort zone from a style perspective. But yeah, so this one does have prizes. I believe they're I don't know how to pronounce this, stocks patterns. There's, I think, 3 prizes that are available for that challenge. And that one is also hosted for the month of April. So it ends on April 30th. The 6th challenge is a monthly challenge. This one is called Make a Garment a Month Sew Along, and the hashtag is MAGAM Sew Along. Is always hosted by Sue Stoney and Sewing in Spain, and then they have a guest host every month. This month's guest host is H. Portmanteau. I'm sorry, I forgot to write her name down. And there's also there's always a different theme every month, and they are very generous in their in how you can interpret their theme. This month's theme is April Amigos, with the @ as the O in Amigos, because you know, your sewing friends can be male or female. So the idea is to sew with or for friends. And they are doing, the 3 of them are sewing the same pattern this month, the Stocks Birdie blouse. And if you decide to purchase the Birdie blouse, the owner of Stocks Patterns will give you 50% off either the Stocks Rock, the Annie Rock, or the Flirt Skirt pattern, in addition to, well, you get a discount off the additional pattern if you buy the blouse pattern. So you can sew along with them if you want to make that Birdie blouse, or you can sew something completely different. Maybe grab a sewing friend, you guys make the same thing, or you sew for a friend, or you sew something with fabric or notions that were given to you by a friend. Just make it friend themed and you're in. I didn't write down, I don't remember if they have prizes every month or not. I think that one's just for fun. All right, the 7th challenge is Sew April 2023. This one is hosted by Ryla's Sewing and Design School. There are daily prompts. Again, you can participate every day. You can participate once. It is designed to inspire other people. And there will be daily prizes based on the people's choice. So whichever entry gets the most hearts, the sponsor for that day will give that person a prize, which I thought that was pretty cool. The 8th challenge is called Oh Sew Me 23. This one is hosted by Nadia from Stitch and Style by Nadia, and her goal here is to raise awareness for bowel cancer. She's asking people to donate to Bowel Cancer UK or whatever charity near you is in support of research and care for bowel cancer patients. She asks that you sew a pattern that you have adjusted to fit either your body or your personal style, and post your make between April 22nd and April 30th with the hashtag OhSewMe23 and tag Nadia at Stitch and Style by Nadia. And she will have prizes. The 9th challenge that I have to share with you is also a monthly challenge. It's every month. It's called My Makes for the Month. It's hosted by Lou at So Much to Design. She always has prizes. All you have to do to enter this one is to post a 1-page collage of all the things that you've made during the month. And so you just use like whatever app you have on your phone or your computer, however you do it, and just put all of your makes in a 1-page post. So and post that by the last day of a month, and you will be entered to win prizes every month. This month, her sponsor is Yoga Bird Sews, and they're actually going to give a bonus entry for prizes this month if you make something with Ankara fabric. So I thought that was fun. The 10th challenge is Dress for Spring, and this is the monthly, I don't know if it's monthly, but Minerva hosts challenges every now and then. And if you're not familiar with Minerva, they have their own social media kind of activity on their website. So you can go, you can create an account, and it's very, very much like Instagram, where you're posting images, you're putting commentary. You can tag the fabric and the pattern that you're using. Whether or not you purchased it from Minerva, if they carry it, you can tag it. So their challenge this month is Dress for Spring. They want you to share a post on the Minerva website of a dress project that you've either already made or that you plan to make. Tag the fabric if it's available on Minerva, tag the pattern if it's available on Minerva, use the hashtag Dress for Spring, and you could be entered to win a prize. The 11th challenge that I'm going to share is another repeat. So it's every year they've done this. I think this will be their 3rd year, and it's Sew Recreate the Look 23. This one is hosted by So Dressmaking and Jen Leg Tees Creative. This year they've got categories. I can't recall if they've had categories in the past, but this year they've got 3 categories. So there's going to be prizes for the best copy. So basically, So Recreate the Look obviously is you take inspiration from something that you've seen either on a retailer's website, on Instagram, on Pinterest, somewhere on the internet, somewhere in a movie, on a TV show, wherever you get your inspiration from. Grab a screenshot of that inspiration, and then your goal is to recreate that look. There are different ways to interpret that. So the first prize is going to be for the best copy. So how close can you get to the inspiration through design and fabrication? So there'll be one prize winner for that. The second prize winner will be for best interpretation. So get your inspiration and then put your own twist on it. So whether that's changing out the fabric or changing out one or more of the style details, but make it your own. So that will be number 2. And then number 3 is just the best basics. So obviously we all need basics in our wardrobe. Some of us like to sew them, some of us like to buy them. I'm a buy my basics kind of a person, but if you like to sew everything in your wardrobe, then this could be something good to participate in. There are different prompts every week. So week 1, which ends Sunday, is to share your inspiration. So take that picture that you plan to recreate and share it on your Instagram, and with the So Recreate the Look hashtag, and tag the sponsors of the challenge. Week 2, you're going to share a picture of your fabric and the pattern that you're using to recreate that look. Week 3, you're going to share photos of your progress. So how far have you gotten? Week 4, you're going to share a sneak peek. So maybe a little detail or, kind of teasing everybody. And then the reveal day is April 30th, and there will be prizes for this. The 12th challenge that I'd like to share with you is Jump into Winter 2023. So this is for our Southern Hemisphere friends, so I didn't want to leave them out. The prizes are open worldwide, but they did say in their post that if you are not local, that there could potentially be charges incurred for shipping if you win. So just keep that in mind if you're going to participate. But basically the challenge here is to sew a jumper or a sweater for this challenge in preparation for winter, which is what season they're going into in the Southern Hemisphere. And that one is being hosted by Adelaide Sewists, which is an Instagram account. The 13th challenge of the month is called the Refashioners 2023. This is hosted by Portia Lowry. I could be saying that wrong. My apologies if I am. This one doesn't launch until April 17th and it runs through May 14th. So you have a little bit of time there. I didn't have a whole lot of detail on this one, but I wanted to bring it up just in case you're interested. It sounds like it's basically a use what you have. So likely both fabric and patterns that you already have. Refashion to me means upcycling something. So maybe it's taking something that you've either made or that you own and making something new out of it. Not really sure. There are more details to come. So if that sounds interesting to you, go and check out their Instagram account and wait for the update, which will be April 17th. The 14th challenge that I want to share with you is #SelflessSewApril23. This one is hosted by Claire from Stitch Hem Sew, Adele from Sew for Serenity, and Crystal from My Social Thread. And the idea behind this one is to sew something for somebody else. So whether, anybody else or a pet, they do have categories. I think it's children 0 to 2, children 2 and up, women's fashion, men's fashion, or maybe adult fashion. I'm not 100% sure. And the last category is pets and or accessories. So when you're ready to post, they want you to post only on April 30th, not before. If you're going to post before, then use the hashtag #SelflessSewApril23WIP, which is work in progress. When you post your final make on April 30th, they would like for you to list which category you're entering and where in the world you live, because they've got a ton of prizes, but some are more localized. So they want to keep those based on where you live. So you don't have to give them your address, not on Instagram, but just in your post, just say like what general area of the world that you live in. So they're actually doing a vlogger tour for this challenge where they've got 1 or 2 vloggers every day that are going to post some inspiration on what they're making for Selfless Sew April. And I am participating in that vlogging tour, and my video will be out on April 26th. So stay tuned for that. And then the final challenge that I wanted to share with you is number 15. Guys, this is 15 challenges that I have found. Some of these came from Sew Over 50. Some of them I knew about on my own, but that's a lot of challenges. Anyway, this one is the Color Me Cave challenge that's hosted by Free Spirit Fabrics. And I think you already know I'm participating in this one. This is a very long running challenge. It started in January. It ends on June 12th. The goal for this one is to make a garment. I think it's all garments, maybe not, is to use a minimum of 3 of Cave Facet fabrics and post by June 12th using the hashtag ColorMeCave and tagging Free Spirit Fabrics. Pick a category. So there's 4 categories to participate in. One is quilted, so I guess it doesn't have to be a garment. The second one is pieced, the third one is adult fashion, and the fourth one is children's fashion. And my entry, I think, can fit in 2 of the categories. So I don't know if that's legal or not. Mine works for either pieced or adult fashion. So I'll be sharing that with you soon. But I'm excited about how it's coming out. All I have left to do is put the buttons on, and I think it's going to be one of my favorite things I've ever made in my life. I'm so excited. Anyway, let me know if you are going to participate in any of these. Let me tell you which ones I'm going to participate in. All right, so the first one that I mentioned was Sew April Blouse 23, that's hosted by Gabriel from Cloth Edit and Ruanne from the Yorkshire Sew Girl. I'm definitely participating in that one. In fact, I hope she doesn't mind me saying, but Christine from Christine Sews a Lot and I have decided that we are going to do a collaboration for this one, because we took a bust fitting class from the fabulous Lorraine Henry at the Sewing Expo. And so we both want to incorporate the things that we learned in that class into having a well-fitted blouse for this challenge. So we are both participating in that unless we change our minds, but right now we're planning to participate in that, and it will be a collaboration for us. So excited about that. I'll fill you in on my plans on that soon. The next one that I am going to participate in is probably my makes for the month. I'm not really good about posting at the end of every month, but I like it when I do that. It helps me keep my sewing journal up to date. So yeah, I think I will participate in that, and that was just collating everything I made into a picture. So that one's easy. The next one that I would like to participate in, I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna have the time, is So Recreate the Look. I participated in that the first year that they did it. I didn't do it last year. I just didn't have time, but I did it the first year, and it was one of my favorite things that I've ever made. Unfortunately, the fabric has ripped, so I can't wear that anymore. I'll pop a picture of it here, but every time I wore that, I got compliments literally every single time. So I would really love to participate in that again. I love recreating things that I found on, websites, Pinterest, wherever. So yeah, I'm definitely participating in that. The next one that I think I'm gonna do, well, the next one I know I'm gonna do is Selfless So April, because I'm on the vlogging tour. So 100% I'm doing that one. I already know what I'm gonna make, and so stay tuned for that video. And then obviously Color Me Cave, I'm participating in that. I've actually already made my garment. I just need to put the buttons on, and I'll be sharing that with you soon. So let me know in the comments below, are you participating in any of these challenges? Are there any that you know about that I didn't mention? If so, let me know in the comments, and I'll pin your comment so that everybody else can see it as well. So that's all I got for you today. So this didn't end up being as long as I thought it would be. So anyway, wherever you are, I hope the weather's amazing. I hope you're able to get some sewing in, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.